We were recording a podcast of the one and only the Dive Down, who Shane is in the chat, by the way, so shout out to Shane. We were recording an episode of the podcast last night, and we were kind of talking about like what decks have gotten a lot better since the Mono Green Devotion ban. And I almost feel like people are maybe sleeping on this deck. Because, at least to my knowledge, the only truly bad matchup that it had in the previous format was Devotion. Now, that being said, I haven't played a lot of this deck versus Convoke, and I would imagine the Convoke matchup is also maybe not great. But I mean, like, this deck does crush Rakdos. I think it's decent against Phoenix. And, I don't know, it seems like it should be good against Amalia, in theory, because all of your removal exiles, like Chain and Binding, and you get to, like, kind of, sort of blank their Return of the Ranks. There's not a lot of new additions to this deck. There's really only one, which is the Flanker, which is essentially replaced the black card, which I can't remember the name of. It's like 2 and a black, ETB. It had 3 modes, like draw card, exile a graveyard to make a 1/1. This has replaced that. Yeah, Callous Blood Mage, because this also exiles their graveyard, but I think the Gain 2, Scry 2 is more relevant than draw card, because like the life is pretty important, so I kind of like that. But yeah, I mean, this deck really hasn't changed that much. Really just kind of want to try it out and see how it feels in the format, in the metagame. Could be a good choice for Atlanta, maybe? Question mark? We'll have to see. Yeah, that's a very good point. Elishnorn just kind of solos Amalia. If you can get to this card, like if you have the Fire's Enigmatic draw and get to Elishnorn on turn 4, I don't know if they can beat that. Shizniz, thank you for the 26 months. Welcome back. Oh yeah, Atlanta's going to be dope. I thought the data showed something Phoenix was 65% favored against Fires. Is that true? I mean, I used to play a lot of this deck. I don't recall ever playing against a ton of Phoenix. But from my recollection, I feel like I was decent against Phoenix. Maybe I'm misremembering things, but I don't know. Again, you have like a lot of exile-based removal. The Phoenix deck can't kill you that quickly. They don't have counterspells game 1, you know. Yeah, Raph's gonna play it. He's gonna be 12-0-2 with it. Yeah, exactly. Raph's the only one that can play it. They can crack a food. I guess that's a good point. Or like make a food with Goose. Alright, let's see how this deck feels. This could go poorly, but right, it's not great against blue-white. Now that being said, I do think that it's weird because blue-white control was one of the most played decks before the Appraiser ban. But I think since the Appraiser ban, there's not really a ton of reason to play blue-white control anymore. Because, like, what are your good matchups? I don't think blue-white's good against Rakdos. I mean, I don't have blue mana. I'm going to keep it, though. I am excited for Atlanta. Very, very excited. Okay. Well, we get to see how good or bad the Phoenix matchup is. I know, I'm going to miss you guys for a couple days. That's interesting. Should I play Glacial on 1? Glacial into Stomping into Sunpetal? I think I should. It means that this comes into play tap, but I can just discard this looking for land 4. Oh. Well, anyways. I guess we're not going to get the test against Phoenix. 07. Look, I mean, I don't mind the free wins, but I would rather play all 5 matches and lose all 5 matches than have my opponent scoop all 5 matches, because I just care about testing. That's all that matters to me. Do I keep this? Yeah, shameless. Shameless. Yeah, this hand's like, I don't know if this hand beats anything. Okay, well, still lacking blue mana, as it were. Alright, I'll keep this one. I will put back the Stomping Ground. Alright, there we go. Shane submitted the points. What do you want again? Mock Orange Does It Show? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Mock Orange. I don't think I've ever heard of this band before. Well, we're going to listen to them and see how they are. Okay. Card I can cast on turn 2. You'll love to see it. We found a castable spell. Wow. John always gets it. To be fair, you know, the VIP pyramids are a lot easier than the non-VIP pyramids, so. I'll wait for them to crew. Yeah, Tomber was our only hope. Also, chat, don't forget, Cube for Charity, 2 weeks away. By the time I get back from Atlanta, it'll be only 1 week away. Yeah, there was VIP diff. Do VIP pyramids even really count? What's up, Cathal? Alright, really need to find a copy of Enigmatic Incarnation. What's up, Giglio? Enigmatic Incarnation, please. If I draw it, I'm gonna win. Okay. Yep. I hope everyone in chat took 1 there. How about 6? You trying to take 6 too? It's a 4/4. When it dies, or when it ETBs, I get an enchantment for my graveyard, which I don't have any. It doesn't seem very good. I think I'm going to play Fable and jump block. I think I'm losing this game. I think we're dead. Just looked at the list. This is like the stockest of stock enigmatic decks. I guess we're playing Omen over... What do people usually play? Like Path to the World Tree over Omen? Something like that. I can't go to 3. Got a chump block. I mean, still gonna win if I draw Enigmatic. Okay. Land paper at 1 star. Oh, okay, I gotcha. You know, this is like pretty normal Enigmatic. What's my plan here? Oh yeah, the Dawn is great. We love the Dawn. Discard the 2-drops and hope to draw... Like, if I keep Heliod land, I can draw Chained and go chain this, play Heliod, block here, take 3. Okay, or I could just, like, maybe win the game. They do get Copter back. How relevant is that? Like, what am I sacking here? Do I just sack Binding? My 7 drops are Atraxa, Titan, Koma. If I get Atraxa, I just lose to a Crow in War. Yeah, I guess I can go Titan, blow up Huntsman's, make a 4/4. Or maybe even blow up Huntsman's Gain. Now, blow up Huntsman's Gain is bad. I could sack Fable and get Siege Rhino. Also bad into a Crow in War. I don't really have a good play into a Crow in War, right? Can hit Copter. Well, Titan has reach. I don't need to hit Copter if I get Titan, right? Right, yeah. If I get a Trax and they don't have a Crowan... Oh, they have no cards in hand. Yeah, I think I'll give them 1 draw step towards War. Because I can also hold up Binding this way too, right? Yeah. I think we should do this. Just get a Traxa. Did we hit Binding? If we get Binding, that's sick. Okay, we did. I don't need to Binding now, though. But now we just win, right? Enchantment, land, instant, creature? So I can't quite cast the Titan yet. Yeah, so now even if they draw War, we can just Binding it. You would that a Thrill Seeker if you whiff? Oh, that's a good point. If I didn't hit exactly Binding, I was just dead to Thrill Seeker. Right? Because they just go Thrill Seeker here, hit me for 8, this plus the Thrill Seeker. It's a good point. Do they have enough mana to... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thankfully, they don't have enough mana to go sack, get Thrill Seeker, play Thrill Seeker, and then follow up with a Crow in War, because if they bait with Thrill Seeker, I have to cast the Binding first, because otherwise I'm just dead. And if they had 1 more mana, they could go get Thrill Seeker, play it, force me to play Binding, and then steal Atraxa. Yeah. But thankfully they're 1 mana short of that. So we should be fine. Because then I could just Binding... I can, like... Yeah, they go for this, I Binding this, untap, sec, bind. Once I get the second 7-drop, they can't win. Thinking in their draw step. Thinking about conceding, perhaps. Kai Palace, thank you for the prime sub. So what was your plan if you get Titan? Like, if you get Titan there, what do? Do you make a 4/4 pop redemption? Just so they can't get... So I can make a 4/4 pop redemption, they can't go search Thrillseeker, but then if they draw War, they go War, Steel, Titan. I mean, I'm still just dead to War, right? I think, honestly, no matter what line I get, I'm losing to War anyways. But I guess, like, Atraxa loses to the Face of Redemption if I don't hit Binding, and that's maybe the argument. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess no matter what, I'm losing to War if they draw it. I don't know if I even sideboard here. Yeah, exactly. It's like this deck looks like a bad draft deck until you draw this card, and then you can't. The game's just over. Is this a lockdown matchup? Could be. I don't think I want any of these 10. Massacre Girl could be interesting against like Esika's Chariot tokens and such. Could be okay. Against the 1/3 deck? Yeah, but it's like, it cleans up Copter, it cleans up Chariot tokens. Massacre Girl doesn't hit Copter. Because, like, Archon's obviously bad. Archon's terrible. That's really the only bad card I have. Probably never getting Heliod over Siege Rhino. I can probably cut the Heliod. Or I can just swap the Archon for Massacre and not bring in the lockdowns. If I brought in lockdowns, I would... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not going to bring in lockdowns. Maybe it's like a play draw thing where I want them on the draw to not just get flooded by Chariot. Because that's like a way I could see myself losing, is them just flooding the board. When would you get Koma over the other two? Koma's a little bit better against War if the board is stabilized, because you can sack the token to give it hexproof, right? Koma gives hexproof, I think. I'm pretty sure it does. We 4-1 the Gruul League. We only lost to Phoenix. Which, I mean, that matchup still seems kind of tough. I'm not really sure how to beat that matchup from the Gruul side. I'm gonna try a league today with Hearse over Leyline, but I don't know. Just every time I play against Phoenix with Gruul, it seems tough. Why not just play Phoenix? I tried, and I don't know what it is, but I just can't play that deck. I've tried. It's really hard to like sequence your spells and shit. It's not an easy deck to play. Yeah, same. I've just never been the type of person to play a Xerox deck. Good deck. So, what am I killing? I don't want to kill Elf. I'm going to kill Elf. I take a little bit more damage this way. Okay, that's not bad. That's a good pickup. Hopefully I can find a green source, and then I can go chain Beanstalk in the same turn. I guess if not, I can go chain Omen, which is not bad. Yeah, where's my green mana? This deck's mana base is less than ideal, to say the least. Okay. One of the rare situations I wish I had a 2-drop in my deck to sack chain for. Yeah, that's not a bad draw, but I think I just take way too much damage if I cast that, so I'm just going to kill their 3/3. They can animate Lair to deal me an extra 2 damage if they want, but that's their whole turn, basically, so I'm okay with that. Like, they can animate Lair, draw step, pump both, but I'm totally fine with that if they want to time walk themselves to do that. I don't want to do it alone. Is this Chariot? Ridge. Ridge. Okay, take 3. Need to find some good cards here. Our hand's not looking so hot. Interesting. Top the Indatha, but not the Ketria. Really wish I could double spell here, but I'm pretty sure I have to hold up Binding. Can I play Fable this turn? There's almost no chance I can play Fable this turn, right? If I play Fable, They go Lovestruck Crew, send everything. I could trade for a cat token, take 7. Next turn, Beanstalk Binding. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that, I think. This. Binding this, take 5. Oh, it's bad either way. You know what? Fuck it. Meatball. Maybe I'm to blame. No idea if this is the right play. Yeah, I mean, if I can find Enigmatic, I'm probably going to win. But I have to draw it. And that's, like, the nice thing about playing Fable. Is, like, here's the thing. If I Binding the Chariot, I'm still taking 5 damage. I'm still super far behind on board. And, like, sure, I'm preventing a lot of damage. But, like, I kind of need to draw Enigmatic to win, regardless of what I cast this turn. Like, even if I cast the Binding, I still probably can't win unless I draw Enigmatic. So the nice thing about playing Fable is it, like, gives me 2 additional draw steps to try and find it. Right. Yeah, Fires would maybe kind of help. Oh, they got the Dawn. We can't beat the Dawn. The Dawn is, like, low-key insane here. Do I trade? If my only out is Enigmatic for Massacre... Well, no, I have to find Fire's Enigmatic, right? Which means trading is fine. At that point, I might as well chump block. If my only out is Fire's Enigmatic. But if I keep the Shaman in play and I don't draw land, I can go Binding Enigmatic with my 5th mana source. This is really difficult. I'm going to chump block. I think it has to be exactly Fire's Enigmatic to get out of this. Okay, that's not it. Well, you see, it would be good if I could gain life. Maybe I should have kept one of those Beanstalks. Beanstalk double binding would have been a good turn. Yeah, I mean, I could just, like, pick up Yorion, hold up double binding. It's a thing. Really wish I had kept one of those Beanstalks. I didn't think about drawing second binding. If I kept the token. What could I have done if I kept the token? Yeah, I could have maybe discarded Kenrith. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe I should have discarded Kenrith. I was thinking that I was going to, like, binding this and then hardcast Kenrith next turn. Maybe that's just bad. What do we have to reanimate Kenrith? We have nothing. Like, if I discard Kenrith, I can't reuse it. But maybe the Kenrith just doesn't matter this game. Yeah, I'm going to Binding the Chariot and the Raptor. Saturday night. I mean, this stabilizes, right? We're at 3. We can go Tolsimir, kill a wolf, go to 6, have 2 blockers. 3 blockers, actually. This maybe does stabilize. I could consider fighting the 1/1, but they can just animate Lair to turn on Lovestruck, so I don't think that matters. Yeah, but they can just turn on Lair, right? I guess it would force them to make Lair a 1/1 as opposed to a 4/4 if they have a land, so maybe that's more relevant. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could also argue the 2/2 doesn't matter because we have the 3/3s to check the 2/2s, right? I mean, if I get to untap with Reflection Skyclave, we're kind of cooking, right? We're kind of cooking with Reflection Skyclave. Depends on what they have. Untap with Tolsimir. Well, we can't copy Tolsimir with Reflection. Of course, Ashiok posted, "This is the worst enigmatic decklist I've ever seen." Like, bro, it's just stock. What do you want from me? It's just a stock decklist. How is it the worst list you've ever seen? It's literally just copy paste stock. How can it be the worst list? Insert canister voice here. We need Canister to determine if this is the worst list of all time. Yeah, this is the showcase list. What is the right way to handle people playing foreign cards in a big tournament? I mean, foreign cards are 100% legal. There's no really way to handle them. I actually really like foreign cards. Most of my, I would say like 75% of my Rakdos sack deck is foreign. But like, if you don't know what the cards do, you can just call a judge and ask for Oracle text. Okay, that probably kills us, right? Could do this. Go to 2. And then I can go Skyclave the Acron War, get back Tolsimir. I have to go to 2, though. Is there any way that I can win this game if I don't lose the Reflection this turn? I guess I could trade for the cat token, go to 3, and then still Skyclave the War? Maybe that's fine. Quadil, thank you very, very much for the 7-month resub. Yeah, we gotta get the Canister's opinion in there. Am I willing to lose to Stomp? And copy Skyclave. I think I can just beat Stomp, right? Because if I block like this, I take 3, go to 3. They keep this, they lose this. We go Skyclave, kill this, get this back. I have Skyclave, Tolsimir. They have a 5/5, a 2/2, and a 1/1. I guess I'm still probably dying to Stomp next turn, right? Because they just send everything. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to die to Stomp next turn, so there's no point to play around it. Yeah, we're just going to lose to Stomp regardless. Okay. Yeah, not if they have Elf there, but I see what you're saying. There's a good chance they just have Stomp anyways. I think I'm going to copy the Skyclave in my own end phase. Kill Up with Reflection. I mean, I could just also kill the Lovestruck Beast, right? If I'm killing the Lovestruck, I want to do it now. So they can't... Well, I mean, I guess I am dead to Stomp anyways, right? There's no reason to play around Stomp. I was like, man, they could just Stomp my Skyclave in response, but I'm at 2. Like, what's the point, you know? Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance they boarded out some number of Bone Crushers, but it is still pretty good against Fable, which means, like, if I was playing Gruul, I'd probably keep in 2 copies or something like that. Yeah. If, like, I play a lot of Gruul, I would probably keep in 2 copies for Fable, but I wouldn't keep in more than 2. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. If they animate a big layer, then I can hit the Elf. Okay. I can maybe beat that. No attacks. They do get a 3/3 back, which is a little unfortunate. Okay. So... now what? This might be a Yorion angle. Yeah, so let's go cast Yorion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm blinking Tolsimir, Omen, Chained. Right? I don't really want to blink the Skyclave and give them a 4/4. So I can do it like this. We can blink these 3. Pass, go to end phase, flicker Skyclave and eat the 4/4. Well, I can just eat the... Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, right? I can also just eat the 3/3 with the Chained. So we can chain this, get another 3/3 from Tolsimir. Tolsimir fight the Elf. Because now I want to cut them off of... no, that was dumb. I should have just fought a 2/2. I was thinking Lovestruck Beast. Well, I have double black. I don't even want Masker Girl, though, because my board's better. Let's do this now so they can't respond. Now that I'm at 5, I'm not dead to Stomp. We killed their only 1/1 for Girl. Yeah, I wouldn't want to top Girl anyways, though. Girl's bad. My board's better, right? Like, I'm crushing them on board. I don't want to cast Masker Girl, because then I just lose my pressure. I lose my advantage. Yeah, we don't need Masker Girl. I think we're fine. Yeah, I definitely should not have fought the elf. I should have fought a 2/2 last turn. Okay. They have to steal the reflection, right? Yeah. And there is a... We don't know what's on top. Kenrith life gain is 8 mana. I only have 7. Yeah, this is Shinoda. This is their band before they broke up. Or not before they broke up, but this is Shinoda's band. I wonder... It is going down. What the hell do I do here? This Acrone War is kind of awkward. This Acrone War is really awkward. How do I beat it? Rivali OW, thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely casting Kenrith. I'm just trying to think... Like, how do I survive? I was thinking about sending more than just the Orion. Maybe we can't afford to. We gain 10 next turn. Yeah, but we're going to lose our entire board is the issue. Like, sure, we're going to gain 10. We're not going to have any permanents in play, though. You know what I mean? Could have maybe held the land a cycle. We are dead to that attack. I mean, I have 4 blockers. They have 6 attackers, right? 2 get through. I take 4, go to 1. With Yorion Fable. What do you mean, Yorion Fable? We're not getting this back till the turn after. Oh, you're saying after chapter 3? Yeah, sure. I could have maybe attacked with Kenrith that turn, but no, they just triple block, right, with 3 cats. And I trade Kenrith for 2 cats, which is maybe fine. Yeah, they can also copy... They can use the reflection before chapter 3 to have it fight itself. Yeah. For 3 cats. Well, not that turn, right? If I go Kenrith activate, I only have 1 mana left over, which means I can't use Kenrith to pump. I mean, now I just play land and go to combat. I have to attack with everything. I don't have a choice. So, I will send everything. They have to block a lot of stuff, though. We might still be able to win this game. I'll use Kenrith, don't worry. I'm going to wait till they block first. Yeah, I know. I'm going to let them block first. Do I have 4 green? I do have 4 green, so I can pump 4 times. But I can't trample and pump 4 times. I can only trample and pump 3 times. Well, I mean, depends on how much they block with. If they block with enough, we don't necessarily have to gain life. We'll see how they block. It's a weird spot. It's been a very interesting game. Can trample plus pump 4 times. I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I miscounted. Okay, I can trample and pump 4 times. Yeah. My auto yielding. I'm F8ing, so we're fine. Okay. Now, the issue with this is if the Skyclave dies in my combat phase, they get a 4/4. So, even though the Skyclave is going to die regardless, I might want to pump it twice to make sure that they can't attack me with the 4/4, if that makes sense. So, what do we say? We have 9 mana. That's a good point. I can also let Tolsimir die and just get it back. The reanimate's 5 mana, right? So if we spend 5 mana on reanimate, means I have 3 left over. No, I have 4, so I can pump twice and reanimate. Okay, that's good. So do we just go pump Tols, pump Skyclave, trade, kill cat token, second main, reanimate Tolsimir, fight cat token? Yeah, I think I like that. Pump, second main, reanimate Tolsimir. Yeah, then I have 2 blockers. And I go to 8 too, which is good. Let's do that. So let's go pump here. We need to kill Fable. Why do I have to kill Fable? I mean, I could just kill Fable with the Tolsimir, right? That's the plan. Okay. Pump here. Green this. And then we go pump here. Damage. Wait, this will be fine. What does Fable do? They can copy Elf. Why does copying Elf matter? No, if I'm doing this now, the 4/4 is going to die in end phase. What are you guys talking about? That's why I'm doing this in my main phase. What are you guys talking about? What are we talking about here? We can get Apparition, blow up War. Is this maybe safer? Get Apparition, blow up War. Oh, getting Apparition and blowing up War would have saved our Fable, but I would have had a lot less blockers this turn, right? Yeah, I have a lot less blockers this turn, which is maybe more relevant. I don't know. I think this play is safer, right? This play is much, much safer. Like, +3 life and 2 blockers. Because, well, I guess the Fable was untapped, right? If they send the 4/4, I just double block. This has been a sick game. I'm going to upkeep Sack the Omen, for sure. Snap double block. Fastest double block of my life. Not even close. Just noting the Yorion does have 4 damage on it, so if they drew Stomp, they could kill the Yorion. It'd be kind of annoying. Okay, that's like their best draw step. You gonna reset Skyclave with Yorion and put Omen up a 4/4 now? True. Well, we're past that. Not that I disagree with you, but we are past that. It's gotta be better than a random card. We'll do this. Omen. Main phase in case I hit Incarnation. Bottom. Top. One of the games of all time. We'll attack. They could just take, but if they take, we're not dead to Stormseeker. Stormseeker's only 6 damage. And they have no cards in hand. This has been an insane game. Jesus Christ. They probably should double block. I feel like there is a mono green deck that still exists. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple. I know Spike was trying a little bit of it last week. I don't know what his, like, ending thoughts were on it, but I mean, it seemed like it was fine. Yeah. I watched a little bit of his stream, and I will say Sunken Citadel did look pretty good. They drew Mutavolt. Alright, good card. Ooh, doggy. I should have put him in the other order, but it's fine. Actually, is Siege Rhino even good here? Because they have fucking Giganta to Brick Wallet. Obviously, I should have topped the Fable. I put them in the wrong order. I got too excited. You found the good cards? Yeah, I put them in the wrong order, though. I fucked up. Because I should be drawing Fable this turn. Whoops. This is 2016 Standard. Yeah, if more people play Ferocidon, Siege Rhino gets worse, though. I'm just going to hold that. There's, like, 0 reason to play it, I think. This game is still a little dicey. Just don't draw a Crowan War, please. They've already gone through 2 wars, right? Oh, fuck, they drew a spell. Gotta take it. Was that bottom Fable an accident? I literally just said I topped them in the wrong order, but I didn't want to draw the Fable first. Yeah, I messed up. I messed up, and it's gonna cost me. So if I attack, they double block, and I'm dead on board. So I cannot attack. I don't know if I can kill them, though. Yeah, I just misclicked. I misclicked by the order. The order was incorrect. Okay. Cannot win. Yeah, because they have the Ferocidon. I'm not dead. I go to 1, but I agree. I don't think I have any outs now. Just draw Atraxa. Atraxa does not do it. They have the stupid Dawn in play. Okay, I guess I'll keep going. So, I mean, if I had topped the Fable, which is obviously what I should have done, would have been in a better position that game. Yeah, that was just, I threw that game. I put the Siege Rhino on top first, and I, like, panicked because I wanted to draw the Siege Rhino first. So instead of just topping the Fable and drawing the Fable into the Rhino, I just bottomed the Fable. That's what happened. So, that was my bad. That one's on me. Why is Ferocidon popular? Yeah, Amalia combo. It's very, very good against the Amalia deck. That game was sick, though. Even though I threw it, and I should have 100% won, that game was still pretty sick. I'm playing one main deck Ferocidon in my Gruul deck. What's nice about it in the Gruul deck is the first copy is kind of free because you have Huntsman's Redemption. So, like, when you're playing one Ferocidon, you effectively have 5 copies to search for when it's good. And if you draw it and it's not good, you can just loot it away with Copter. So I think the first copy is relatively free. Alright, this hand is pretty good if we can find a white source. This is like the one deck that you are allowed to play Siege Rhino in. There's not many, but this is one of them. Probably the only one, honestly. It's not a white source. Kenrith also won there. Well, the Kenrith was gone. Okay, not going to complain about drawing Chained. It's definitely better to cast Binding here, right? Yeah, Shock Pass, Binding the token, and untap Incarnation, sack Binding, get a 7-drop, kill you. I don't want to Binding the Redemption, because they just get it back. So I'd much rather Binding a token. They can search for Chariot, but I just don't care. Yeah, we need them to not have Boseiju, I agree. If they're floating mana, that means they're probably playing Chariot, which, you know, if they tap out, then we're fine. They can't grab Chariot. I'm saying if they just go land and have Chariot in hand. If they don't have Boseiju. Yeah, this game is, like, basically over if they don't have Boseiju. They got Rampaging Ferocidon. Well, I sure hope they cast that. Because now they can't even Boseiju. Which means I can even take less damage. I was going to wait till end of turn to Binding if they held up mana. But now I can just take less damage. Okay. It's not a bad follow-up for next turn. Okay, so what is the best scenario if they have War? Because War is like the only card we care about. So let's kind of think about this. We could just get Koma. Oh no, because that doesn't give Hexproof, right? Just Indestructible. So Titan, make a 5/5, or make a token pop Redemption. Yeah, it has to be, right? Make a token pop Redemption. I think that's like our only play. Yeah, that's our only play. I do take 2 off of this, which is kind of annoying. Should play Toxrill. I'm not familiar with the text on Toxrill. What's that card do? 7 mana, 7/7. End step, put a slime counter on each creature. I can't really think of a situation I would want to grab that over the other 7-drops. Yeah, we get to Mimic next turn. Untap land would be nice, too. Well... that also probably kills them. I mean, I'm just gonna go chain the Ferocidon, copy the Titan, right? Alright, they don't want to play anymore. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Yeah, the game is over. Jegantha the Wellspring. Okay, well, this is like the perfect 6. There's a website called mtgmeta.io where you can search like specific time periods, specific tournaments, and you can find like a win rate table of how each deck stacks up against each other. It's a pretty cool website. Wish I had a Chain of the Rocks. I don't. Probably Yorick, yeah. It'll probably be up next week. It's only for Melee data. Oh, they don't put the Magic Online leagues in there? That's kind of weird. Okay, well, playing Fable is kind of bad if they have Stomp, because they get to kill my token, but I can also just find a land at the top 2 draw steps. Top 3, actually. Untap land. Oh, it's only Melee, okay. Yeah, I guess there's just no good way to import the data. That would take hours and hours and hours. Or weeks, actually. Yeah, I just discard Triumph, second Enigmatic. We just win? Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm discarding both Triomes for sure. Maybe I should have kept the Triome. Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't double spell here. This is awkward. Wait, this is awkward. Shit. Well, I could just Enigmatic, Sec Fable. Maybe I'm supposed to only discard 1 land. I was sure that I would just draw a land, you know? Cast Cleric. What does Cleric do? Cleric doesn't do anything. Puts it on top. I kind of just want to go Enigmatic, Sack Fable, get Siege Rhino. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I should have kept the Triumph. I forgot that I needed the land, like the physical land, to go Fires Enigmatic. Yeah, I'm just gonna... No, sorry, this one. I'm just gonna go get Rhino. I don't need this Fable. Siege Rhino, baby. Siege Rhino 2023. Please don't cast the Crone War. Yeah, I think Lotus Field is not a great matchup for this deck. Nobody plays that deck, though. No! Come on. Alright, well, I would have won this game if I wasn't a moron. I feel like I say that a lot. It really is, yeah. Why not be a moron when you can just be a moron? Okay, we probably still win the game now, right? Yeah, we honestly probably still win the game. Never ever punished. Do I have Massacre? Not in the main deck, no. But I can just get, like, Elishnorn and Tolsimir, right? Yeah, I mean, Elishnorn and Tolsimir still wins. Right? I would assume Elishnorn and Tolsimir wins. That's what I'm gonna do. Just kill their shit. Elf 2/2. I did lose the other 3/3, but I don't think that matters. Alright. I'm at 21. Your turn. You figure it out. Thank God they banned green, now Siege Rhino is good. That's the one thing that was holding Siege Rhino back. Could have fought 2/2/2/2, then Elf. Oh, true. That's a good point, yeah. So I could have kept the 3/3 in play. Good call. No, you're right. I didn't think about that. I didn't think that it mattered how I stacked them, but it definitely does. Punted horribly, and it just didn't matter at all. Alright, next. Punted horrendously. We still don't like Lockdown in this matchup, right? I'm kind of not into Lockdown. I don't know. I could see like some spots where it's good and it does kill Copter, but what would you cut? You could maybe swap the Omens or the Beanstalks for lockdowns. Right? You'd probably have to end up cutting a 2-drop. Like, I don't want to cut Chained. No changes, baby. Man, nice hand. If only the Sunpetal Grove was an actual dual land or a Triome. I'm still keeping. I don't know if I should, but I'm keeping. I don't mulligan hands with Chain against elves. This might be the dumbest keep in the world, but... How easy is white on 3? With this mana base, it's not super difficult. Okay, best possible. Actual best possible. No big deal. Yeah, I guess Zagoth is technically best possible. That thing is dead. Now I will draw Fable. Next turn I'll draw Enigmatic. Scripted, man. Scripted. I'm just saying, it's scripted. What do you want from me? Fuck. Play this deck this weekend? Yeah, if I'm gonna get this lucky, I should probably just play this deck. Do I block? Kinda into blocking. Like, what do I need 5 mana for next turn? I really don't, right? I think I block. Discard Koma Heliod. Not perfects. Not actual perfects. Heliod Omen. I kind of want the Omen to try and find Enigmatic next turn. Can go... Can also just not even cast the Chained. It's probably worth preventing some damage. Not a huge deal. Imagine they Besage my Sacred Foundry now. Like Koma Omen? Yeah... Maybe. That could be okay too. I think we all agree it's definitely Koma. I'm never casting that shit. But yeah, the other discard, maybe Omen was better. I guess if because I can just discard Omen and then get it back with Heliod if I want to. Well, I'm gonna cast Binding this turn anyways, right? But maybe I should have saved the Chained so I can Binding plus Omen this turn. And just not Chained. Take the 3/3. No, I'd rather kill the Chariot, I think. Ooh. It's pretty good. It's kind of awkward, though. They can, if I fight a cat, they can sack the elf to get Thrill Seeker. Thrill Seeker counter on Beast, but then I could just double block. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely better than playing Omen this turn, right? Omen Yorion? I think this is decent. This gives me a much better block at just, like... This almost makes it so they have 0 attacks this turn. Right? Even if they get Thrill Seeker, I can just double block. What can they really get here? Omen Yorion just kills me. Oh, yeah, I'm also just dead on board, right? They go float mana, sack elf, get Thrill Seeker, pump here, hit for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I go to 4, then I go to 1. Yeah, I'm just dead if I do that. Yeah, I'm just dead to Thrill Seeker if I go Omen Yorion. Literally dead on board. Because Chapter 2 searches. They do get Thrill Seeker. It's not terrible for them. I'll take the trade. I'll take this trade all day. I need to find good cards anyways. Now I'm probably dead to Thrill Seeker next turn. Not a lot I can do about that. Need to find like another Binding maybe? Or a Chained. Yeah, I mean, the Thrill Seeker is going to be hard to beat anyways. Oh. Well, how about now? How about now, huh? Do we get Titan? Sack Binding, get Titan. Titan, make a 4/4, pop this, and I can copy 4/4 on defense. Yeah. Oh, I can just copy Titan, right? Yeah. Skill issue. Yeah, I can copy Titan. Chat, it's a skill issue. What do you want from me? When T-Span goes back and watch this match, he's gonna like be so mad with every single card that I drew. There's no reason to copy now, right? I can just wait. Yeah, copying now is worse if they have war. I'll just wait. Yeah, skill issue. I think I drew best possible every single turn of the game, with the exception of maybe one turn. Like this is how you win games of Magic. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want me to say, you know? Just a big skill issue. Yeah. A really, really big skill issue. Sure. I'm gonna let them attack. Letting them attack is better if they have war. Because if I copy Titan now to pop Chariot, they just post-combat war. I don't really give a shit about the attack. I'm just gonna block with Titan. I could even just trade with the Rhino token, right? Whatever. I don't know what they could have here. I'll just block with Titan. Double Stomp. Do I care? Who asked? Yeah, I guess this. Okay. Why did we let the attack? It was better against the Crowan War. Yeah, why didn't they target the cat token? I feel like they should have targeted cat token, right? My shield is too strong. Gain life. No, I'd rather have the other 4/4. My shield is too strong. Yeah, that's why I was like, none of this matters. They could have, well, actually, no, they couldn't have prevented that, right? Because if they go Thrill Seeker counter on a 2/2, they can throw the 2/2 at this, and then I go shield counter, but they only have a 1/1 left over, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Seeker wouldn't have mattered. Dude, shield counter is too strong. Do you have like is there an IRL way to represent shield counters? I'm much happier that I'm on the play with this hand, because this hand is atrocious on the draw. I mean, not atrocious, but it's like much, much worse, obviously. I actually think playing the Steam Vents was wrong, because now if I draw Chained, I can't kill the elf. Okay, never punished. I guess we just play pool here. Wait, I was told that people were not playing mono green. The hell? What the hell? Chat, I'm only playing this deck because it's not good against mono green and nobody was playing green anymore. What's going on here? I'm not prepared for this. I don't know what to do, chat. Instructions unclear. What do I do? Yeah, I thought mono green has been eliminated from the format. Yeah, that's a good point. This matchup might be a lot more palatable without Karn. It was pretty abysmal before with Karn, though. Well, how good is my deck against turn 4 Ulamog? Probably not great. Oh boy, what's my plan here? I have no idea. I have to find Enigmatic, right? It's like my only chance. Discard Rhino Omen. Rhino Triome, maybe. P Diddy 1227, thank you very, very much for the 6-month resub. Welcome back, P Diddy. Keep Omen. Yeah, I'm thinking Triome Siege Rhino. It's cringe. I can Omen and try to hit Binding? Yeah, I think I Omen, try to hit Binding. And then I guess if I Brick, I can play Fable. My opponent said something in chat. Hopefully chat can translate this for me. Is that bad words or no? I'm hoping that's not bad words, but I have no idea. Can we get a translator? They're a big fan. Okay. Is that what it actually means, big fan? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 with a land. They have 10 with a land. Yeah, so we have to Omen here. Chained also does it, because I can chain the Mystic and send 2 at Vivian. So Chained or Binding does it. Neither of those do it. Well, they simply will just not have an untapped land. How's that? They will just not have an untapped land. All I can say is enjoy your vacation from Twitch. Shut up. Alright, I'm going to put it into Google Translate on my other monitor. I don't believe you. Google Translate. It says, you're a bit retro. Okay, we're not, maybe not dead. They called me retro? Is that, should I be offended? What does retro mean? Well, I know what the word retro means, but... Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe. Playing boomer decks? Yeah, that's fair. I am playing. I do have a Siege Rhino in my deck, so... Yeah, Olge. Olge. We're just dead, right? Alright, you win. You win. Alright, what do you want against green? Sim Lockdown. I don't know what I'm cutting for Lockdown. Artifact, instant, or sorcery. Doesn't seem very good. Massacre Girl could be okay, too. Some combination of these. Calling someone else out for playing old decks when you're still playing Mono Green post-ban, SMH, yeah. We can cut the Rhino. What if I don't want to, though? The Rhino's there for moral support. It's the emotional support Rhino. I mean, I kind of want to shave on some of these 2s if I'm bringing in Lockdown, right? Could, like, shave an Omen. Did I say moron support? No, moral support. The more I think about it, this card actually does not seem very good against them. Let's just do the Lockdowns. Have I ever played in the Mana Traders League? I've played a couple of times. I just haven't over the past couple of months. Had some other things come up. Does Lockdown solo them? Lockdown solos some of their hands. I'm gonna try it. It definitely doesn't solo all of their hands, though. If you're not keeping this, I don't know why Lockdown is in the deck. Yeah, that's kind of my theory, too. That's a good point. How about the second one? I will say, notably, the second Lockdown, much worse than the first Lockdown. Would you agree with that? Okay, well. Alright, I'm pretty happy I kept the hand. I now like my hand a little bit more. Photos taken moments before disaster. Peepo vanish. Everybody in chat, Peepo vanish. That's what you get for calling me retro, by the way. Bro, stop. 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 I said the first one was good, not the next two. Bruh. Well, I know what I'm discarding. Actually, I unironically should have cast one of these. Because just having it in play is good if I draw Enigmatic. Like, having it in play is better than having it in my graveyard. Right. Almost certainly. Well, now I kind of want to keep the backup one in case they besage you this. Alright, go. Discard a 7-drop, I guess. Never casting this thing. What a strange game. One of the games of all time. Did they find a land? They found a Wolfwillow Haven. If you cast Haven, I'm blocking that shit down. I got it on lock. It is on lock. Yeah, we'll be applying pressure any turn now. Drew a land, still can't cast any spells. Your turn. Good deck. Great deck. They found that beside you? No. Well, that's bad. Need to get a, so blue, white, red, a black, green Triome. So I guess Indatha. Not great. Revealed Forest. I don't want to binding any of this stuff because I can just cast the other lockdown. Playing Storm. Hopefully they storm into more elves. Yeah, they always have besiege you. 2 lands. Good card. Sure. Well, I don't want to kill any of this stuff, so I guess I'll just lock down. Wait, what if I Elish Norn first? Is that crazy? I'm gonna do it. Flashback Storm. I mean, what are they flashing back into? If they hit Cavs, the Cavs don't trigger. I guess they could hit Vivians, but if they hit 2 Planeswalkers, I can just binding both Planeswalkers, right? I don't even think it's that greedy. I think it's fine. Yeah, this card just doesn't matter. This card does not matter at all. Guess maybe that matters. They can't really Ulamog me, though. Yeah, sure, who cares? Yeah, they can hit Karn, I guess. Sure. Okay. Me out from the wreckage, I won't go out. Unfortunately, I do not have quad white, so I can't do everything. But we can go lockdown first. Yeah, we can lock down, kill both trolls. And then attack Nissa, Volcanic Spike Nissa. Right? Let them have Kiora, I guess. Combat. I think I'd much rather kill Nissa than anything else. Yeah. Nissa's definitely the scarier card. Doing a little bit of cleanup duty. No. I think I like my hand. I could maybe bottom the Tolsimir there. How am I 3-0 with this pile of garbage? I don't understand how this is a bad list. It's literally just stock. Like, how are you trying to tell me that a stock list is garbage? I don't understand what that means. Like, I just don't get it, you know? So is Ashiok the only person that determines what is stock and enigmatic? Are you the deciding factor? I'll just save the other cards. No reason to cast them. I mean, I can't lose this game. Ari's the one that determines stock enigmatic. True. Gonna do job in the reorg. Yeah, something like that. Sure. Good deck. Alright, you're dead. We can go to game 3 now if you want. We can go to game 3 if you want. Kill everything. It's all dead. It's all dead. Everything is dead. Put it all in the graveyard. Get out. Get out. Back to nature. Bro, if they have back to nature, I'm just done. I'm just done. Alright, they don't want to play. They definitely don't have back to nature. I would have died if they had it, but whatever. The rest of your choices I would make different. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, the tutor targets are a little bit different. I don't know, it felt like a very stock list to me. Well, I don't know. The thing about Massacre Girl is, like, besides elves, they're not really putting anything else onto the battlefield. Well, I mean, I guess it, like, if they have enough elves in play, it can kill trolls and calves and stuff. Maybe it's better than I think it is. Yeah, but they have a bunch of elves, so you can probably still kill a bunch of stuff, right? It's kind of close. But, like, with 4 lockdown, you don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, you have these to answer the elves. Yeah. And also killing troll with Massacre Girl is not even that great. Rhino bad, Pathway bad, Spite is worse than Hole or Get Lost, Lockdown the board is just insane, only been playing 2 7-drops. Okay. Those are all valid points. Yeah, I got you, Ashiok. Valid points. I mean, the sand is turn 2 Chain, turn 3 Fable, turn 4 Enigmatic. I have to keep it. It's a little bit slow on the draw, but it is what it is. It's better to play Sunpetal first. Still think that a BTL plus Enigmatic take is better than straight up Enigmatic. Well, I mean, you can't BTL for Enigmatic, right? It's the awkward part. Oh. Well, I guess I am not casting Chain of the Rocks this turn, huh? Or am I? How do I sequence this? I could just go Chained, not cast Lockdown on 3. I could just go Chained into Fable into Enigmatic Sec Fable. Is that bad? I really don't want to cast Lockdown next turn. I would like to cast Fable. This exact situation is why I hate Temp and Yorion decks. Yeah, it is a little bit awkward here, because, like, normally I would just cast the Chain, but now I actually have to think about it. I think I'm just gonna cast the Chain this turn and just be okay with it. And just not cast this. If they had more elves, they would have cast them that turn. So I think just not casting this is also fine. Can Pia decks exist again in this meta if green is not going to be as rampant? Maybe. I mean, Pia's still fine against Rakdos. Fine-ish. So I only have red-blue in play, which means if I draw Binding, I can't go attack Binding Incarnation. I'm 1 mana short. Have I played too much Bard class? No. I mean, I played a little bit for like a couple of Dono decks, but I haven't played it recently. The Grove doesn't come in untapped? Yeah, but I can just Overgrown Tomb. It's not that big of a deal. Is it sack Fable, get Heliod? Sure, wish I had a 2-mana enchantment in play. Just get Deputy. I could also just Archon. Is that bad? I don't hate it. We don't have a 2-drop in this deck. There are no 2-drops to get. I actually kind of don't hate just playing Archon. Well, no, because I kind of want a double spell next turn. Assuming I draw Binding, because Binding is my best draw anyways. So, like, if I Archon, I can't Binding plus Incarnation if I draw it. This is tough. Ashiok, don't be weird. Alright, I'm gonna cast Incarnation. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna sack Fable and get Heliod. A spot I wish I kinda had the Rhino. Wish I had the Rhino left. But it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Ashiok, don't be weird. What'd they do? Tail swipe. Alright, well, my tail has been swiped. Swiper, no swiping! This would make sense. Oh, okay. Another tail swipe. Stop swiping my tail! Alright, binding off the top, please. Please, 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 binding up the top. Well, that goes for all of chat. All of... Oh, I forgot who was tagging you, but... Idolin, she'll also... Don't be weird, chat. I don't know why I have to tell chat to not be weird, but just don't be weird. I'll feel good about this game. Yeah, 2-mana enchantment would have been fine. I mean, I guess it's just Fable Pass. Fires would have done it too. Probably have to chump 1 and take 5 this turn. That's what I get for letting chat gaslight me into cutting the Siege Rhino. Try to cycle to hit it too. Could have maybe done that, yeah. Am I a gambling man? I mean, if I cycle and miss, I still play the Fable, so... Or no, I don't, right? Because I didn't have another land. Yeah, that would have been kind of sketchy. Alright, chump block 1. I don't want to go to 1. Take 5, go to 6. Okay. We need to find... Binding second Enigmatic as best possible. That is neither of those. This lockdown's doing nothing. Okay, so... To like this, play Beanstalk. Any bindings? Any bindings? Nope. I could cycle into a binding. Need to get Deputy here. Does Deputy stabilize? I can sack Beanstalk, Deputy the 2 calves, have 2 blockers. Can also Volcanic Spite one of the Nissa tokens. Does that save me? Oh, I can Spite now to try and draw Binding. Okay, sure, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Come on! No! God damn it, dude. That's the one card, the 80 cards, by the way. 80 cards, by the way. God damn it. Should have spited end step. Well, if I spite end step, then I can't draw the binding and sack it, right? Like, if I resolve the enigmatic trigger, then cycle, that doesn't high roll the binding. Right? God damn it. I don't think I have an out now. Man, that was very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. They type GG in chat. Fuck off. Skyclave, the Polukranos, 2 blockers. Yeah, I guess we're dead. Alright, 4-1 prediction. I'm gonna keep this and hope they play a creature that I can spite. Temple Garden. Lunarch Veteran. I think I'd rather cast Spite this turn. So let's just do it this way. No, I really want to cast Spite. I could just Spite this turn, hold up Binding on 3, and then Enigmatic Sec Binding on 4. Is this Angels? Deal. Could we beat Amalia? It does not look like Amalia. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll Binding this. Just because I want to use my mana, and I don't want to kill this idiot. That card's irrelevant. So I guess I'll kill Bishop. Okay, little punish for not playing the Triome last turn, because I could have went Triome, Binding. I guess if I Triome Binding last turn, I still can't double spell this turn, right? I only have 3 mana, so I guess it wouldn't change much. That thing is dead. Tap land, huh? Tap land, not great. I guess we can hold up Flanker and Scry too. The 3-mana 3/3, yeah. That thing is dead. So they're gonna hold up Coco. Could have traded Flanker for that, I guess. Could have been okay. Scry 2. I should probably assume that they're going to have, like, hit Skyclave for Enigmatic. Like, Archon more than Flanker to cut them off Coco. Oh, because it makes their land ETB tapped? Yeah, I didn't think about that. That could have been a good idea. I hadn't really registered that it would have made their next land come into play tapped, but yeah, you're probably right. I didn't think about that. Alright, well, I'm going to cast this. At least represent a second binding. No attacks with this. Oh. They are not casting Coco now? Well, that's a mistake, right? Because they definitely should have tried to hit Skyclave. Did we just get Atraxa to try and spike binding? I would assume so. I don't know why they didn't cast Coco. Yeah, Koma's good too. Yeah, they fucked up. I hope they hit the Skyclave now too. Why would they get the cast Coco now? Because if they kill the Enigmatic, they don't have to let me get an Atraxa, right? Yeah, but like, how are they beating the Atraxa? You know what I mean? Like, I would be under the impression that they can't win once I have this in play. But maybe that's not the case. You ever get Elish there? No, I can't get Elish, because Enigmatic can't sack itself. Like, this is kind of fine. Maybe they have Bodyguard? Yeah, that could be too. Also, with hitting, like, exactly this stuff too, isn't it better to do it second main? Yeah, because if they did it second main, even if they brick on Skyclave, they still could have gotten a token off Angel, right? So I think it was still better to do it second main because of that. Yeah, but even if they don't have Skyclave, it's doing it second main still lets them get an Angel. Reread Angel. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, make a 4/4. I am reading it. If they do it in my second main, it still triggers. I am, in fact, reading the card. I do be reading the cards sometimes. You know, I don't always read cards, but sometimes I do. Do I want the Elishnorn in hand? I kind of want it in deck, right? Because next turn I kind of want to just go Elishnorn plus Tolsimir. I don't want this in my hand. So I'll just get Rallier. And then, like, an untap land, I guess. Do I need an untap land? Untap land is better for Omen. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Put it in my hand. Yeah, but no, I just want a double Enigmatic. How do I lose if I just go Elishnorn Tolsimir next turn? They can't beat that, I don't think. I guess I could also just cast Elishnorn, which is probably good enough. This way they can maybe remove the Enigmatic. Yeah, it's safer to put Elishnorn in hand, probably. They can play the Fat Lord. Sure. Yeah, that's fair. Another Coco. Let's see if they had Skyclave now. They do not. Ooh, they're going to give me another Atraxa trigger. So the game's over because we're not dead, and they're about to lose their entire board. I like that. That's nice. And we get another Atraxa trigger. Yeah, it looks like they're playing Bodyguard over Skyclave, which I would imagine is good for us. I'm going to go to the end phase. Okay, so I will sacrifice one Enigmatic Incarnation. I will get an Elishnorn. And I'll sacrifice the other Enigmatic Incarnation, and I'll get a Tolsimir. Okay, so trigger here. So let's figure out how to stack these. So this one is going to kill... Obviously, I'm killing the Bodyguard. So maybe this one wants to kill Bodyguard Giada? No. Bodyguard Veteran. Second one kills Giada Angel, right? Kill Bodyguard 3 at Bishop. So I could go fight, second one, fight. Or you're saying leave them with Giada, so kill Bodyguard Angel Bishop. Yeah, so I guess we go Bodyguard Bishop first, and then Bishop Resplendent. Sure, that's fine. I get double attracts the trigger. I forgot that I was going to get 2 attracts the triggers. Enchantment, creature, land, done. It doesn't matter, right? Enchantment, creature, land. Literally does not matter. And then, so we want to go fight this. Basically, I want to resolve the bishop fight first. All that dies. I don't even need to cast Binding now, right? I mean, I could to discard less cards, but it just doesn't really matter what I do. Sure. Alright, you figure it out. Didn't keep the token. Well, that way I couldn't, because I was fighting a 1-power creature and a 3-power creature. So no matter what, I couldn't have kept the token. Because I fought 1 and 2, and then 1 and 3. So regardless, I wasn't going to keep the token. Right? Oh, I could have... Okay, so I could have kept the token if I gave them an extra token off of the bishop. Right? Because I could have fought 3/3, 2/2, then double bishop, but then they would get 1 extra token. Maybe the token is... Maybe me having a 3/3 is more important than them having a 1/1. Yeah, that's probably true. I could have done it that way. 2/2, 3/3. Second will fight 1/4 twice. That would have been better. Youthful Valkyrie. I don't know. I mean, I'll cast this. It doesn't really matter, right? Their stuff doesn't trigger anyways, but it's just irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Angels. This has traditionally been a very good matchup for this deck. I don't think Lockdown is very good. This deck seems good for the RC. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, too. Like, it kind of seems like it lost its worst matchup in the form of Mono Green Devotion, which, haha, XD, we did just lose to Mono Green Devotion. But it doesn't seem like this deck... I would think it's good against Phoenix and Rakdos, and that's a pretty good place to be. They have Elves, too, so Lockdown's a little bit more appealing. Yeah, Lotus is bad. Lotus, Green, and Blue-White are this deck's bad matchups. But, like, there's less Green, less Blue-White, and I think there's going to be less Lotus, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this deck is very good in Dissect, too. Green definitely got... Like, the Green matchup definitely got a lot easier with no Karn, right? For sure. So even though I would say you're probably still at a disadvantage, it's not like it's that lopsided, right? Yeah, Blue-White might not be that bad of a matchup, especially with the Beanstalk plan. I'm going to keep this. You don't think there's going to be less Blue-White control in Atlanta? Really? Isn't Blue-White bad into Phoenix? Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Red, white, green, blue, black. Pog. Yeah, I don't know, Ashiok. I'm just trying some different stuff. Pretty good chance I'm still going to play boats. So I can chain this turn, then Beanstalk Binding next turn. This hand is disgusting. This is, like, it doesn't get better than this hand, right? This is the dream scenario. Okay, that's, like, medium annoying. I can just hold up... I can go Spite Binding this turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can just Spite Binding. I'll even just take the 2. Yeah, I'll even take the 2. What if I just cast Binding? Isn't that better? This costs 3, right? Yeah, I think just casting Binding is better. They could hit second Redain, maybe? Yeah, I guess that's true. The blue-white diehards do, like, you know. Alright, well, show me. This is a real show me situation. Might be a Minor Speed with Beanstalk in hand. Yeah, but it's like, this does cost 3 mana, so it's the most efficient use of mana. Okay, they found Skyclave, but they didn't hit anything else, so I can't be that upset about that. Yeah, not the Skyclave. Second Coco's pretty good. You go beat Omen. Oh, that turn? You wanted to play around the Coco? Maybe. Yeah, it maybe could have been better. Because it was, like, very obvious they had it. And you just don't want to give them the option to Skyclave. Like, you don't want to... You want to wait to put this into play until they maybe don't have mana up. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I guess, to be fair, there is a non-zero chance they just don't hit the Skyclave and die. But I'm playing a bit of a gamble there. It's okay, I'll just draw a second Enigmatic. What does Angels suck against? I don't know. I've, like, basically never played Angels before, so... Yeah, I would imagine it's not great against control. Everything. I feel like... I know this is going to sound weird, but I actually think my record with Gruul against Angels is not that bad. And that was before when I think I had, like, 3 or 4 volleys at one point. But a Crowan War is, like, deceptively insane against this Angels deck. If they don't kill it and they give you time to a Crowan War, it's disgusting. What'd they name? They named a card that is not in my deck. Noted. They have 2 in hand. I guess we lead Volcanic Spite on Resplendent. And ship the Beanstalk. Could just take 5 and Omen. I don't hate take 5 and Omen. Yeah, I kind of want to save Chain for, like, an Angel and not one of these idiots. Let's take 7. No, it's take 5. How am I taking 7? If you have Secret Layer Cocos, you get a 10% more win rate. True. Yeah, I guess the Angel's win rate is dependent on how many foils you have in your deck. Righteous Falk. Okay, I'd much rather chain that. I'm kind of assuming their last card is something like a Skyclave. Oh, I don't know why I didn't board out this stupid Archon. Okay, so... Chain, kill Velk. Tap land, pick up Yorion. Right? 1, 2, 3. Next turn we can Fires Yorion. I really only want to reset the Omen, though. I'm just going to kill Peacekeeper so I take less damage. What Triome plus Shockland gives you the best vibes for Leyline? Probably Indatha Steam Vents, because that's the one that I play the most in, like, Domain Zoo and stuff. Naya Watery is a crime. Yeah, Naya Watery just doesn't cast any good 2-mana cards. Oh, right, I can just kill the Apparition, right? I'm a dumbass. Right, yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I can just do that. I don't quite have enough mana to do everything. It's okay, we can just go Fires Yorion. Blink Omen, draw card. Take Apparition 2, because when you take Yorion, they can have that back. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna blink either of the bindings, right? I guess I could let them have Redain and kill Resplendent. Because I don't give a shit about Redain at this point, right? Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll probably swap Redain for Resplendent. Should have attacked first. Wait, what's this? Maybe I'd rather let them have Bishop. Yeah, you can have Bishop. Attack here. Kind of fine if they double block. Chain here. Kill this. Whoo, doggy. Is that a Siege Rhino jump scare? That gives a Skyclave with no target. What do you mean? If I blink... Wait, oh, so you're saying I can go blink chained, Omen, Fires? Giving them Bishop is dangerous? Why is giving them Bishop dangerous? I just don't know if this card matters, right? I'm trying to think of a world where Bishop would matter. Maybe if they draw like another Resplendent Angel. Could maybe see that. We gotta cast the Father, of course. Of course we have to cast the Father. Can't not cast the Father. Elf, Werewolf, Angel. Elf, Werewolf, Fox, Night Angel, more like. Siege Rhino is just good vibes. That's really why I want to play this deck, is just because Rhino is good vibes. Siege Rhino's on Arena. Wasn't it always? I thought it was in one of those, like, weird anthologies. I could be mistaken. Yeah, I think it was already in an anthology. Not that anybody ever played it. Alright, well, they just concede to this binding. I don't know, I could attack first, but I kind of want to just F6. I know, I could have attacked first, but... I don't know, whatever, I'm too lazy to figure it out. Delving on Arena is heinous? I haven't tried it yet, so... I'm intrigued. Explorer both got better and worse in a week. Yeah, I know. It's funny how they unbanned Copter. Unfortunately, Copter is not an Arena, so it's like nobody can play with that card. And then they also just gave us the Delve cards. It feels like a completely different format now. Yeah, there's no Trespass either. It's only the cons ones, right? Alright, Believers get paid. God, winning with Siege Rhino feels really nice. I don't know if you guys realize how cathartic it is to cast the card Siege Rhino. It feels really good. We're going to run this back. And I'm not going to play Ashiok's list. What's this? Starving Revenant. Ooh, I get an Underground Sea. If that was paper, I'd be rich. Probably not rich on Moto. Swap Sensor for Archon? What do you mean Sensor? Oh, you mean Phyrexian Sensor? What's the upside of playing Phyrexian Sensor?